Are we seriously gonna do Kreisbad versus Taxi off the bat? We got the Destruction Warlock God versus the Affliction Master, starting off with a bit of a succubus for incubus play. Both of them playing a pet build. I like the Taxi's purple and red shoulder, by the way. I feel like you need a little bit more purple in your gear. I guess there's a staff too. Succubus immediately opener on to Taxi, as it's going to be Christ, but also going to CC it off the bat. Is going to be able to get the first Immolate. It's got himself reflect early on. Taxi trying to see if he can load him up full of dots, but I don't know if he was able to get dots on him. Christ, but actually focusing in on that Succubus. Big chaos bolt feeding an entire portal. Is going to go for a bit of a port of its own. As another thing dies, that's going to be Taxi swapping out for a Fell Hunter with Christman trying to see if he can stop it. Almost prevents the Fell Hunter swap. Taxi trying to find a better angle, still focusing down on that Succubus, hitting that thing with UA. Is going to swap out dots from the Succubus onto the Christman. He did have a reflect for it. I don't know if all the dots got swapped out properly. I think might have actually reflected some of those dots back at himself. Big soul burn on the Christman. Does pop a defensive for Taxi with a big shield to protect him. As Christman setting out a bunch of portals. That's also going to be swapped into the Fell Hunter in order to get that interrupt wall up for Taxi. Trying to go for the most amount of damage. Big Malefics are up on all the different pets. The Christman got up and running, but it's going to be an Infernal burning him down, keeping him warm. That's also going to be the Immolation just singeing him over time. Taking a bit of that dot damage. Mortical Ascend into the Fell Hunter for a moment. Stunned around the corner. This Christman just trying to keep the pressure. Quick interrupt by Taxi, but the man is still under a ton of pressure. Big soul burn. Hellstone as Scribesman looks for a full recovery. Taxi trying to go for a bit of mobility is going to be a fear as Scribesman setting up a couple of incinerates on him. Quite a bit of damage overall though. Looking to get a fear. Yet another incinerate, maybe in trouble. Taxi trying to go for any defensive. His guy definitely needs some mobility or survivability. It's going to be last incinerate as Scribesman does take him. Those incinerates did get buffed up by like 5%. With Warlocks continuing to get even more buffs little by little. Succubus CC immediately. Immolation Aura with the Soulfire off the bat. Could potentially be a lot of damage if it crits. Does quite a bit of damage. We're going to be reflect early up for Shaylee as they go for a charge. Going to be immediately Craftsman trying to use mobility with that fort in order to get away from the Warrior. The Warrior is either going to have to focus on the Succubus, tear the thing apart, separate the Warlock from the pet, and then focus him down. Is that or just going all out onto the Warlock with CC? Going to be ports as they're trying to make their approach. Leap with a Mortal Call, send him out the other direction. With a Shadow Fury, doesn't quite connect, but it's going to be Shaylee finally able to establish a bit of damage. Christman trying to go for maybe a bit of a port. Defensive wall, everything's getting used. Tanking up the damage with Shaylee, who just got a fool, and more Angel, the Avatar, upon him. With a Chaos Bolt, striking back at Shaylee right afterwards. It's going to be quite a bit of damage. Shaylee, not a lot of health left. Incinerate's going to do a lot of damage. Shaylee left right after. That Incinerate's just, crawling right to you until it can just erupt from under your feet. With KG gonna be up next as the I want to call him Demonology Warlock for some reason. My brain is just set up to call him a Demonology Warlock. I think it's because they play that Necrolord ability where they just summon demons. Gonna be mad kids once that a Christman got him to reflect in case it's gonna be any damage, magic damage out of KG, maybe an interrupt. KG, not a lot of health available. It's gonna be a trick and big hump, but does get Shadow Bird as he's trying to make some damage happen. That was extremely unfortunate. I feel like Christman just got himself like a really good opener there, and it's just the Demon Hunter couldn't quite establish himself a good go. It was a bunch of boards, a big old chaos ball, just everything got him extremely low. And at that point, you had to get counter aggressive. That hunt was the play, but it just didn't quite connect fast enough. Gonna be immediate Succubus CC onto a Pav. As Pav trying to make a bit of a play. Got himself a big coordinated assault versus Christman. Has got himself a big shield. Shadow Fury to follow after Pav. Oh my! I'm not even sure what happened there. Does establish a proper CC, maybe get another damage, got himself a port immediately with an Infernal coming down. Back-to-back stuns as Monty taking a lot of damage. Reflect up, Mortal Call sent in. Was that a Mortal Call? It looked like a Mortal Call sent in. Definitely needs a Karma. Big defensive, trying to see if he can survive in Chaos Bolt. Does survive the bolt, but I think he just bleeds out to the fire damage. Oh, that was fast. What's first up? Is it Warrior Brain first? No, it's not. Is it Short and Deadly? I feel like Short and Deadly never got to play first. It's going to be Diabolics instead versus Reverence. A bit of a Destro versus Demonology here tonight. I like it. With Reverence already getting locked down with an Axos full. Main pet is up and running for Diabolicals. It's going to have to find a way to remove these pets out of the game. Maybe stun them or anything. It's just under a ton of pressure. May have to play it super defensive with his cooldowns. Dumb himself a Mortal Call towards Diabolics with a fear right after to look at to cook up a Chaos Ball, but I don't really know. He may just need to pass even a lot more defenses in order to just survive this. Does get himself a bit of a reflect, not really reflecting too much versus Diabolics, but it should be a-okay. Does burn a wall and just leaves. Oh no. Okay, Maybe he just felt like he was so behind and he was like, you know what, cooldowns wise, not gonna work out. I'm out of here. Axe toss by Diabolicals versus Chicago. Comes up the big army, Mortal Coil to follow fear, but after does end up trinketing just so interrupted, is gonna burn the maelstrom that he's got with a bit of mana to help recover. Doing quite a bit of damage towards Diabolicals. Mad blast with that lightning bolt from a distance. Chicago is gonna ward down the totem. Just gonna try to see maybe if he can approach towards Diabolicals. Definitely needs a little bit more maelstrom in order to make some damage happen. Still getting blasted out by those imps as well as the main pet. Axe Toss around the corner has a trinket for his Sunder versus Diabolicals, who does go for a trinket. But Chicago's still under a ton of pressure. Is there a way to win this one at all? Oh my goodness, more demon doggers. And just as soon as you think you've recovered, he sends out even more demons after you. You need a big lightning bolt right now. You need something to interrupt it. Got himself a bit of a heal. That's going to be drain life for Diabolicals. Chicago just needs enough maelstrom to hopefully end this right here. Maybe they could do it. Possibly, potentially. Diabolicals hitting him with a bit of a Mortal Coil. Axe toss onto Chicago. Big demon doggers. And they do collapse altogether. Viserys charging out on that. Dude, I still need to get my mount. Apparently I completed my traveler's log, but I haven't got my mount. I'm not really sure what's going on. Big mastery burst out of Viserys, trying to go for a big fire bent to cleave down Diabolicals. Didn't quite connect. It does use that mobility with the gateway door to reposition. Big beam out of Viserys and is able to capitalize on one little hit. Viserys trying to go for maybe a bit of a sleep onto Monfall. I think might have been able to avoid it entirely. Is going to go for that wall with the shroud. Sleep onto Monfall, looking for the recovery. Just trying to get himself as much healing as he can. Does get interrupted on the red, but maybe can get interrupted on the red spells. Locks you out of your fast way, direct way of healing yourself. If you have anything like green with Emerald Blossom or potentially the Verdant Embrace, maybe they can give it some recovery, but getting locked down in red, you're basically dead. And it looks like Demoniac is going to be up next as a sub-rogue. A little bit of a rematch, I think, between him and Monfell. Well, I guess actually no. Last time, him and Monfell dueled, he had no health, and Monfell came in just kind of with all the cooldowns. But looks like the shoe's on the other foot. As it's going to be Demonic, just absolutely blast out of Monfell. The man barely alive just goes into a Nether Walk. Darkness, maybe that'll give us our ability. Stone of Demonic has himself the Ivy, which is going to give you a little bit of mastery. Big recovery here. A Demonic looking to reset entirely. After the blind, probably going to go for a sap. Could go for yet another stun. It's going to be a big dance. Lots of damage on a Monfell. Not much you can really do about it. Does start to fall raft. Does go for a stun. Trinket out of the rogue. Is going to go for that. Oh, almost got the sigil. But just walks back in there. Quick eviscerate onto the Demon Hunter, taking him out. Short and deadly. Trying not to give the rogue much of an opportunity to recover. He literally got a big old stick for the guy. He is hitting him with a Stormbolt. No chicken for the rogue. Got himself full spear. Nothing Demonic can do unless he got evasion. He is going to try to see if he can evade the warrior. Definitely needs to build up a little bit of calm points and at least try to see if he can set up for a big old go versus him. No blind for the rogue. Does have double advantage though, so at least he got escapes. Definitely want to be proactive before he gets stunned up with any of those vanishes. Definitely want to use him early. There goes the one vanish. Gonna give him a bit of heal, a bit of a shield. Hopefully it gives him an opportunity to like recover. It's gonna be immediate disarm. Short and Deadly literally stays right on top of him. Doesn't let him go anywhere at all. Parry out for Short and Deadly with a cheap shot out of Demonic. Goes in for a second technique. Stormbolt to lock him down. Does get hit with a Warbreaker. It could be a lot of damage for the rogue. Does he get to escape and try to see if he can run away, but the Rid is gonna lock him down for just a moment. With Executes coming back in, vanishing out by the rogue. Short Deadly trying to slow him down. There's probably a bleed on Demonic. He knows he's nearby. He knows he's around. He knows he didn't go super far. This warrior has a good head on those shoulders. He knows that the rogue cannot be super far away. Blind, no trinket. Demonic does not have weight. Bleeds, maybe. No, it looks like no. It looks like Bleeds almost had you, but not quite there. I was gonna say for a second. Does the guy trying to go for a bit of that sipping up? Stormbolt immediately. Oh, I think there's no way out of this one. Warbreaker. Oh, one more execute. This is one more hit. Gouge for a second. Oh, another execute sheet. Death to follow. Trying to go for yet another charge. Disarm for just a moment. Demonic, better have a go now. You better have a go now. Kidney shot. Do you have a go? Just kidney shot and running away. Is that going to be enough though? Do you have a bleed on you? Leap in. Oh yeah. Unless you have a go, it's over. That's rough, man. That is actually rough. With Warrior Brain going to be up next as a Fury Warrior, charging back in towards Short and Deadly. That is an arms warrior. Might be able to use a parry coming back up very soon to maybe survive the warrior's go, as it's going to be Warrior Brain just absolutely rampaging on. The man is literally on fire. He's just furious, super rage-fueled. Gonna be the parry up for short and deadly. At least able to counter a bit of damage from Warrior Brain. Spear him down in order to give himself a little bit more damage. Doesn't go into battle stance, but that's gonna be quick fear. But Warrior Brain, it actually gives him a bit of survivability. He's gonna go into an offensive stance himself as well. Both of the warriors are super low. Short and deadly, try to see if he can back up out of there. Big leap to follow. Does he have any survivability? Storm bolt on a short and deadly. Does not have a trick. It looks like Warrior Brain may just have him. Does it? I'm taking him out. Which of us is gonna be up next? Warrior Brain does not have any ways to escape. The Frosty Death Knight over here. It looks like it's gonna be claimed by the Obliterates. Taking him out. Well done, well done. Just about almost everybody got to play. I think one Feral and Team 1 didn't get a chance to play it. But just about everybody got a chance to play tonight. Well done, man. My class is dumb.